Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a very chill crocheting with me video. Sat in my room, as you can see. We're going to be crocheting some dolls for a custom order. My tattoos are healing and I put a bandage on the finger that I wrap the yarn around in the hopes that I will be able to crochet basically like normal. I have this morning finished Julia. I really apologise if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I only know how to pronounce it because my partner's taught me how to, and I think I'm still saying it wrong. But this is a character from the Mwah Heaven Official's Blessing. We are going to start making the other one. Please excuse how awful I look right now. I've got the pattern in front of me, I've got my yarn and everything that I need. So we're going to start crocheting with 6 single crochet and a magic ring. So I figured while I'm crocheting we could do a bit of a chatty segment, but I haven't really planned out what I'm going to say, so this might be not coherent, but that's what editing is for. Right, editing me? Yes. So I've been struggling with my mental health. It's been rough. I've just been feeling very hopeless and like everything I'm doing I'm failing at, which I know is not true. Like, business isn't, you know, I'm not making a ton of money in terms of is it a successful business, but it's going well. And I've just been struggling to tell myself that. So apologies if I'm talking a bit quietly. My door is wide open and I don't want everyone in the house to hear me talking. But yeah, I've just been feeling like nothing I'm doing is worth it, nothing I'm doing is like correct or like what I should be doing. And it's pretty stupid because I literally work for myself. I'm full-time in this business because my disabilities mean that this is like the only kind of job I can do is self-employment. Basically I need to stop being hard on myself because I am disabled. I have chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia as my main sort of diagnoses, and those affect me on a daily basis with exhaustion and pain, quite a lot of pain. Yeah, I'm gonna have rough days. Yeah, not everything is going to be smooth sailing. That's the nature of running a business. That's the nature of living with disabilities and having mental health issues as well. And I've just been pretty low and pretty hard on myself, and I need to not do that. I got a bit ill, which I think was from having overworked myself in the build up to launching the website. Like, I'd just been non-stop, and then I finally stopped after I launched the website because it was kind of anticlimactic. Not much happened. I just pressed go and that was that really, but I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. Yeah, I got a bit ill, which I think was just my body's way of going, oh my god, panic's over, I'm exhausted, I'm gonna make you sick now. So I was dealing with that. I went to bed at like 7:30 one day PM because I was just so exhausted and tired. And then like I've been feeling better in terms of like illness symptoms, but it's definitely like then sort of fallen into a flare-up instead of like, sure, I'm not coughing and sneezing all the time like I was for a little while, but I'm like sick in body, if you get what I mean. Today is Friday. I'm supposed to edit the vlog that I filmed on Sunday, except I didn't film a vlog this week because I've been feeling crappy, but I still want to be able to put something out on Tuesday when I post. So I've decided, while I'm feeling a bit better right now and I'm crocheting, we could do a little crochet and chat. And if you want to put this on while you're crocheting and not at all listen to the talk that I'm talking about, like my mental health and my physical health and stuff, that is absolutely fine. I understand that it's not for everyone. Like, not everyone wants to hear about being ill and struggling, and it's quite a down, like depressing sort of thing. And if you're not in a place where you want to listen to that, or if you're just having a good day and you don't care about my struggles, I completely get that, you know. But if you are just sort of crocheting along with me and getting stuff done, let me know what you're working on. I would love to know, because A, I'm nosy like that, and B, well, I'm crocheting and I like the idea that I'm crocheting with you. So let me know what you're crocheting while I burble on. This pattern is designed to be done in like cotton yarn, like really thin, and it's supposed to be keyring sized. And as I showed you from Chilian, I think, he's like a decent size. He's not keyring sized, and that's just because I'm using a bigger hook and a bigger yarn. If you are new to crochet and you don't know, if you see a pattern that's like meant for acrylic yarn or something, or like a thin yarn, and you're like, I want to make that, but I don't want it to be like as tiny as the pattern says that it's going to be, use a thicker yarn. Life hacks with Harper. My yarn is breaking. Don't love that for Harper. That's how you, with using the exact same pattern, can make it bigger or smaller, is just to change your yarn and your hook size. Make sure that your hook size is right size for the yarn that you're working with, like cooperates. No, that's not the right word. I can't think of the right word right now. Basically like this, which is a 5mm hook, is great for chenille yarn if I want nice really tight stitches that are like not gappy like that. If you are trying to make something, say in a cotton yarn, and you're still using a 5mm hook but you want it to be really nice and tight stitches like this, you need to use a smaller hook. I don't need to look at like the yarn and the hook size on most patterns, because I'm just going to use the yarn and hook size that I want to use, because I know that they work well together, and however big it turns out is however big it turns out. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You are supposed to read the pattern, see what hook size and yarn size it suggests, and then make your decision about whether you want, like, so for example for this pattern it's a keyring pattern. Do you want it to be keyring sized? Okay, then use the hook in the yarn recommended. Do you want it to be even smaller? Okay, use an even thinner yarn and a smaller hook. Or do you want it to be bigger? And in that case you need to use a bigger yarn and a bigger hook. So for me, I wanted to make it out of plush yarns, and I wanted it to be bigger than a keyring size, because this pattern designer, they had a full-size doll and a keyring size as well. And I bought the keyring size pattern because I was initially making this pattern for my partner for Christmas, and I knew that I was not going to have time to do a full-size doll that would be like 20cm in cotton yarn, would then be really big in chenille yarn, and that was going to take up a lot of time and a lot of materials, and I had a lot of markets right before Christmas, so I knew that that was going to be unrealistic. So I bought the smaller keychain pattern, because I figured that when that was translated into chenille yarn, it would then come out a really nice medium size that would be suitable for a gift, and also is not going to take me too long. And even having said that, each of these has taken, like when I made them for my partner, I wasn't timing because I was making it as a gift. Now I'm kind of timing, and Chilian took me about 4 hours. One little foot.
Whatever you do, don't forget me, 'cause you never left my mind, not once. Yeah, every touch my heart goes bumping. Baby, I can't get over you, I can't. You make me feel good, gonna make you mine, baby.
Okay, let's talk you through my days this week. Monday, I did some art and felt shit. Tuesday, I did more art and also felt shit. Wednesday, I finished the art for the collection that I am planning, which again I'll talk to you about in a minute. Thursday, which was yesterday, I tried to get on with some testing, some paperwork. Actually, yeah, Wednesday I did some testing, some toy testing. I finished testing the frogs, which is great. Yeah, so Wednesday I did a bit of toy testing and some drawing. Thursday I did some paperwork and I did the listings for a mini shop update on my website, which was to add some plushies to my website, because initially when I'd launched the website I hadn't had time to photograph and list all my plushies that I have in stock at the moment. So I took photos of them on Wednesday, I think, maybe Tuesday, and then started working on the listings a little bit on Wednesday, and then got them all done on Thursday. And then I was really impatient, so I was posting polls on my story and stuff of like, oh, when should I do the drop? Should I do it on Friday at 4 PM like I planned, or should I do it Friday in the morning, or should I do it Thursday evening? And one person voted for Thursday evening, so I said F it, and I posted them on Thursday evening. So when you watch this, I mean, you would be able to shop them whether they'd gone live on Thursday or Friday anyway. When you are watching this, you can shop the plushie range that I have available. I have some cats, I have some chickens. They're not like the loaf cats because I don't personally use the loaf cat pattern, but they are some really cute, they're the Big Bebe's cats, which I think I've shown on, I'm pretty sure I've definitely shown on my channel before. And some chickens, which are the Mabel chicken. They, like, I don't know, they sell relatively well for me and they're really cute. I really like them. So even though I try to not do too many mainstream patterns, I do really like that pattern, so I've been doing that one a lot. But yeah, so I posted my plushie drop and I got 14 views on the website, which was really exciting. There was one person on the website, there was like 3 people. There was one person on the website who had started to add stuff to basket and then they didn't check out, and I was like, oh, rip. But at one point there were like 3-4 people on the website at once, which was the most I've ever had on the website at once, I think, and that was really exciting. I haven't had any sales from that plushie drop, but wasn't really expecting to, because I think the website, that's kind of what I've been beating myself up about a little bit, is that the website has not done as well as I kind of hoped it would. I hoped that maybe I would get a couple of sales in the days after I posted it, and basically I haven't. I've had 2 sales. One of them was on launch day from my partner, which you would have seen in the last vlog. I'm so grateful for them, but at the same time it's my partner. I feel like I almost guilted them into buying stuff. I think a lot of people talk about this in the small business world. Like, I'm still absolutely grateful for that sale and for that order, but there is a difference between like sales from the general public and sales from family and friends, and I consider my partner to be family and friends. So, you know, I'm not, by no means am I disappointed by that sale. I am still super grateful, super happy. And then the other sale that I got was basically from a friend as well, and that was very stressful. That was on like Wednesday, I think, that sale came in, and basically they were having issues with the shipping, then they were having issues with the like selecting the options of what they wanted to buy. So yeah, that was an order from a friend, which again, super grateful for. It's obviously, it's a real sale, like I still got the real money, and same with my partner. Like, it's not like I didn't get paid for it, like they still actually bought something, which I'm obviously very grateful for. And also because there were so many issues with my friend buying, like the website was just being temperamental, and of course it was a mistake that I had made, and I'm so glad that I was able to fix that mistake then, because they brought this to my attention, that this was going to be a complication of people placing an order. So I'm so glad that it worked, that I was able to fix it. But equally it was very stressful and very irritating, because I thought, like, I'd had people check the website, I thought I was all sorted, I was all good to go, and then like when someone actually wants to buy something, they were like, it was like just like issue after issue after issue, and it was getting me really quite down. And at the same time I was trying to play Baldur's Gate with my partner because I've got the game but I hadn't played it at that point, and it's one of their favourite games, so I was getting them to teach me how to play Baldur's Gate. That game wasn't working either. Like, our computers were both, like, there was something up with it and we couldn't figure out what was up with it, and it was utterly infuriating, and it took 2.5 hours to launch and be able to play the game. And all the while I'm having these issues with my friend and customer and the website, and it was just so overwhelming, and I was already having a rough time, and it was not fun. So that was very unenjoyable. But I got the order from my friend. I was able to fulfill the order from my friend. I was able to fix all the hopefully issues on the website. No one, when I did the plushie drop and people were browsing, no one came to me with any issues, so I think we're all set. I think it's all good. Of course, if you do go onto my website and you find any errors or you find any issues or you're having trouble with it, please do let me know. I am more than happy to troubleshoot with you, and I will of course do everything that I can to like help you make a purchase, because that benefits me as well as getting you some cute stuff. So I'm not going to be like, no, figure it out. Like, I'm gonna help you. We've literally been warned about this in literature for like 50 years, and people in power are just like, nah, AI is great. And I'm like, I think if we can envision a worst case scenario like AI taking over the world, or like super dystopian worlds where AI is like ruling, or like everyone's brainwashed by the AI, I think if that's so feasible that we can write a book about it or write a movie about it, we shouldn't just dismiss it as not a possibility. I don't know. I feel like it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy that, like, now that we've said AI is going to take over the world, we're probably fucked. And anyway, my point was going to be, Google now uses AI in like Google Translate and stuff to scour the internet for the correct translation, which is great for when you want to translate something because you actually get an accurate translation. But it's also a little bit scary. And I don't know like if anybody else has had this thought, but you know how in like Marvel, the Avengers and like Tony Stark have like way more advanced technology than like the puny peasants in like New York. Like Avengers Tower is so high tech, and like the average people in the street in New York have just got like regular cell phones and stuff. They don't have like a whole ass Jarvis AI. They just have a regular phone like we did when it was set. The billionaires and the rich boys and the superheroes of the world have like the most advanced technology, and it's like so far beyond what the people have access to. And it makes you think, what do like Elon Musk and the billionaires have that we will not have for another 50 years? When I say that like, oh, Google AI ain't harming anyone, maybe it is. Or maybe it could be, and like we just haven't had access to it yet because the billionaires don't trust us with it yet. It's still in like the testing phase. And I feel like in all the sci-fi movies, that's how it gets out of hand, is like the upper echelon have these AI features, and like the brainwashing starts from the high, like people highest up in society, and it gets passed down. I feel like I'm being completely conspiracy theorist. I don't know. This is like some of the existential thoughts that I have where I'm like, AI is not going to take over the world. And then my brain goes, what if it already has? And we just don't know about it yet because we're not rich enough. Oh man. These are not fun thoughts that my brain has. You are subjected to these thoughts as well. You're welcome. I do not remember what I was talking about that got me to this point. Translating errors in the pattern. That's it. Bloody hell, that was a tangent. Gotten so much done on this little guy while I was just tangenting. Just chatting to the camera has actually been really cathartic. Like, I know I've just looked at the time on the clip. This is a 47-minute long clip. It's taken me 47 minutes to make this little guy so far. And yeah, I've been wittering. about basically nothing for those 47 minutes. It has made me feel better to talk to someone, even though like no one's replying to me, no one, and I don't like the sound of my own voice, I swear I don't. But I just feel like I'm sort of like chatting to an old friend and I'm just able to ramble about whatever and like there's no judgment or anything. But if you have stuck around and watched this video this far, I love you, man. We're friends now, we're besties. And let me know what your thoughts are on my conspiracy theory ramblings about AI. I'd love to know if anybody else has had these thoughts, or if I'm just like wearing a tinfoil cap. Let me know how insane I am right now. I am going to shut up and just crochet for a little bit because I've got quite a few more rounds on the head to go. So let's just get on with it.
Window. It has very high ceilings. It is a very bright room, and it is east facing.
Did you hear that?
I believe there would
Did
be
you hear
the
that?
most beautiful sunlight.
Sorry, shush. I just got it to ching on Shopify. Hang on. I gotta finish what I was doing because autism. I got it to ching. Oh my god, I'm so glad I caught that on camera. Oh my god, I gotta look at this right now. Someone got a plushie. Okay. I got an order for a cat. I've also stuck another bandage on to try and protect my finger. We have finished the body for Poisson. That kind of means we can have more in this vlog. It doesn't need to just be me chatting and making this guy. It can actually be somewhat substantial, which is awesome. Chatty-ho, hi, I'm back. I have just crocheted this tunic piece and now I've got to weave in and or burn all the ends. This yarn's being a bit difficult to work with. Like, it's okay, but it's not complying like I would like it to. Right, I was going to talk about like the plushie drop and stuff. Like, if you remember like science in school and you would do these little science experiments and stuff, there was a type of experiment that didn't produce a result. That wasn't a failure. That wasn't a negative. That wasn't a bad thing. It just didn't produce a result. And I guess my point is, if you work on your business for years and it doesn't produce the result you want, you just write down that it didn't produce a result and you move on to the next experiment. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, keep pushing, keep going, you'll get there. We will get there. But if I flip this back inside out, we have a robe with a sleeve. Alright, I think I'm going to take a break for a bit. Oh, we could go pack that order. Last time I was yapping about my website. I'm now going to yap about this plushie drop in an attempt to promote it. I have released cats, one of which has sold, which I'm super chuffed about. So I sold a black cat with golden eyes. So there is a black cat with green eyes, there is a tuxedo cat, a ginger cat, a grey cat and a calico cat, I believe, left from the cats. I've released, and then the rest are all slightly larger items. So the cats are £10 and £12. £10 if they're solid colours, £12 if they're multicoloured. Chickens are £10. And then I've released a small elephant, which is £15. A large elephant, which is £20. What else have I released? I've released a mushroom boy, who's £15, I think. I've released two sharks who are £14 and £15. One's like a hammerhead shark in Banat, and one's kind of like a chubby great white shark. It's just sort of a generic sharky pattern. Both have embroidered eyes. I've released a black and white speckly cow and a muddy piggy in like a really nice bright pink with like spots of mud on, which I think is really cute, but I've had it for a while and it hasn't sold, so I'm hoping it will sell on my website or at a market if I take it to a market. I've already told you about the elephant. I put the sharks. I think then it's just the dinosaurs, which are my personal favourites. So we've got a brontosaurus, which is like a white base with like blue and green speckly bits on, and a green triceratops, which is really sparkly. It's a Crochet Grove standing triceratops. Absolutely love that pattern. I love how they turn out. I think I've sold one in the past. It's like quite a new pattern for me, but I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And I've done it in a green sparkly yarn from Hobie, I think that's the Honey Bunny Sparkle. Honey Bunny Shine is what they call it, I think. And it's got hand painted safety eyes, which we love. I think that's it for the plushie drop. And that's basically all of my current stock, which is really bad. But like, I've got a few other small items. Like, I've got some popping plushies and some axolotls. But I only have like 1 or 2 of those, so I didn't want to put them on the website. I basically just did the cats and the chickens, which I had several of. And then that's all my medium items. Oh, I put mystery bags on as well, which are £8 each and have a mix of like seconds or scrappy or just not how I wanted them to turn out. Like on the cats, there's a couple of cats in the mystery bags where I was like messing around doing my own thing for the colour changes and not following the pattern. And I'm like, it doesn't really look like a real cat. So I've put it in a mystery bag, which I know is kind of stupid because like they're still really cute and there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They just don't look completely realistic, and I'm sure there is a cat out there in the world somewhere that looks like it. Anyway, so I think I was just saying about how little stock I've got, and I'll let you in on another bit of information. I've got a market in about 2 weeks, and I just posted all of my remaining stock for sale on my website. So that was not maybe the smartest thing to have done, but equally I kind of need the sales right now. Like, I'm kind of broke. I've been spending a lot of money because I've booked some very big expensive events. And I've had to buy a lot of things for said very expensive events. And you know what? I'm just going to tell you. I've booked my first ever convention, which is in June. So I've still got like plenty of time to be buying things. But equally, when I've been like needing to place an order on like on like suppliers and stuff, I've just been buying the things that I need for the convention while I'm at it. And that has hurt my bank balance a lot. The convention itself was very expensive. It was £240 for the weekend. I've been wanting to do a convention since I've realised that crocheters could sell at conventions. So I'm really excited. It's just a local one. It is MCon Nottingham. So it's nice and local. I've got like stuff sorted about my wheelchair and like getting wheelchair access to my stall and stuff. I found out about it through a friend, Selena. She's vending at MCon. That's how I found out about it. And she's 3 tables down from me, which is awesome. And yeah, I'm very excited. Because it's like a pop culture convention, I'm making a bunch of specialist stock. I'm going down the fantasy route, so I'm doing like dragons, goblins, like very D&D-esque, because I really like D&D. I've been wanting to make like fantasy things for ages, but never had an excuse. And I think they could do really well at a convention. I think a convention is kind of the only place that I'm going to sell those kinds of really niche items, so I'm going full force. Oh, hello Tanya. Just looked up and there's a cat watching me. But yeah, so I've been buying patterns for that, and those kinds of niche patterns also aren't cheap. And I've got another big event in June, which is the carnival for my town. So I've got 2 huge events planned in June, which I'm super excited for, but equally I need to get making. So I am taking May completely off markets, basically to prepare for the convention and the carnival, because those are going to be my biggest 2 events of the year and they're in the same month. So I'm a little worried about that. And then the event that I'm doing in about 2 weeks' time is on the 18th. In fact, it's less than 2 weeks. It's 11 days. Oh, shit. Is at Derby Uni. It's their Refreshers Artisan Alley sort of fair festival kind of thing. Super excited. They've got Selena's going to be there as well. Chloe from Artifox Studios is going to be there. There's going to be a couple of people that I know and I'm super excited to see again. And when I've done their events previously, they have been really good, and I mean really good. My second best events ever. And then basically 2 weeks after Derby Uni, I'm doing my first ever Craft and Flea event in Nottingham, which I'm again super excited about. So yeah, I've got that on the 15th of March. I need a fuck ton of stock, which I do not have. And I am sat here not crocheting stock. So yeah, next week is all market prep. I'm going to need to crochet my pretty little socks off. Hello everybody, I have finished. So at the start of this video I showed you Shilian. He is super duper cute. His robes are removable, they're tied with a little bow. And then I have just finished Huachong. I'm really bad at pronouncing them, I'm so sorry. So he's got his hair and his eye patch and his little red braid, and I think he's absolutely adorable. And what I'm going to try and do is some accessories, like some jewellery. I'm going to go see if I can find some stuff. I'll be back. Okay, hello. We have got an assortment of things to accessorise these bad boys. Literally. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with these nails on. No, I'm not. What do? I don't know what to do now. Hello again. As you may be able to tell, it is the next day. I did not show you the final result of the boys that I was crocheting, the Xinia and Huachong. I hope I said those right this time. I did not show you the final result of those two because it was very dark and gloomy. But you may be able to tell by the lighting, it is now the next day. So I'm coming on to show you the final result and finish off this vlog. We have Xinia. And he has a little necklace with a ring because in the manhwa, Huachong gives Xinia his ashes in a ring that he wears on a necklace. So I wanted to include that on Xinia. Then Huachong is looking very fancy. I just used like bits of charms that I had lying about. But this is the back. And this is the front. So he's got a braid. I tied a bit of red string around it. He's got a chain waist on his waist, and he's got some little, like, because he has like dangly charmy necklaces that like jingle, and I didn't have any similar charms, but I did have these like steampunk charms. So these are supposed to be clock hands, and then this is a little silver skull, and I thought that fits quite well with his character from what I know. Again, I have not actually read the manhwa or seen the, I want to say danhwa, don't know if that's correct. I haven't seen it. This is from Heaven Official's Blessing, and my partner told me all about it because it's like their favourite show. So the reason that I made these was initially I made my partner a pair for Christmas, and then I saw one of my mutuals post about Heaven Official's Blessing, so I sent them a picture of the ones that I made for my partner, and she was like, I need them, please make them for me. She actually sent the gif of like handing over a credit card sort of thing. It was very sweet. So made these for her. So I've made these two, and she's local to me, so she's going to pick them up at a market that I am prepping for in the next video that you will see. So that's a little look. You can see behind me I have started filming next week's video. Well, actually I haven't started filming it, but I have started making the things for next week's video, and next week's video is a market prep vlog because I have a market on the 18th. Today is currently the 8th, so I've got 10 days to market prep, so it is going to be go 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 in the next vlog. I hope you really enjoyed watching today's video. I hope you come back for next week's video. Thank you so very much for watching. If you have watched all the way to the end, leave is there like a chatty emoji? Because I've chatted literally 10 to the dozen in this video. So leave some kind of like talking or jabbering emoji if you can find something like that. I don't know if such a thing exists, but if it does, leave that in the comments so I know that you watched all the way to the end and listened to all of my ramblings. If you did, thank you so very much. I genuinely really appreciate it. This has actually been a really fun video for me to film. It's helped get me out of my bit of a depressive episode, bit of a slump. Cheeky bit of self-promo, you can head to harpercrochets.com to shop the plushie drop and to shop all my other goodies, all my merch, all my hooks, my safety eyes, my customizable safety eyes. You can like have them customized and hand painted by me. All of that goodness is now on my website. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.